let's take a closer look at why is hyperarousal incompatible with sleep. Well, in this state, what happens is that people oftentimes describe themselves as being tired but wired. Okay, so it's this sort of battle between that fight or flight response and some of the sleep systems that are trying to come out. And so they have trouble recognizing the biological cues for sleep. Now, I'm going to talk about two terms that in sleep medicine we have very precise definitions for, but for lay people, sometimes they use it interchangeably, and that's sleepiness and fatigue. Now, sleepiness is a biological drive and the body's cue that it's ready for sleep to happen. So sometimes I think of this as the appetite for sleep. And when you think of appetite, a good close analogy that comes to mind is an appetite for food. And so, really, there's a lot of similarities here where when you think about what's the biological signal for needing food, it's this feeling of hunger. So, think of sleepiness as sort of like the way hunger is for food. That's what sleeping is for the biological regulation of sleep. It means that your body's saying, hey, we need sleep. Now, that's a little bit different than the term fatigue. Fatigue really refers to a low energy state, maybe having mental fog where you're having trouble concentrating, thinking. Some people describe a feeling of malaise, like this general unwellness, or even feeling lethargic. So, the idea here is that fatigue is more complicated and can be caused by different things. It might be caused by insufficient sleep, but it can also be caused by other things mood related. Fatigue is really a signal for nurturing, not for bed. So a nice reframe here is that fatigue calls for care and sleepiness calls for bed.